Thank you for joining us, Shailja. My first question is you are from the tech background. How important is having security in the BFSI industry? We know we've always talked about physical security, guarding the doors, guarding the walls. But when it comes to tech, when everything's digital, what are the challenges that come with it?
Uh, Today, with the customer experience is changing a lot. I think it's very, very critical that security is there right from the start because everything requires authentication. So, the fact that you have to give multiple levels of password, the multi-factor authentication becomes very critical because cybersecurity, malware, the number of threats today, uh, the encrypted, unencrypted passwords, etc. They're phenomenal, and surface attack management is becoming very, very critical today. So I think at each and every step, all the parameters and all, the kind of security that is required is something which cannot be. Uh, the enterprises will have to invest a lot on security today, and it's going to be when we talk about AI, again with AI comes security and hybrid cloud. The buzzwords are these three today for 2023.
Shilja, one thing that I come from a personal this is my personal question to you. When we look at the 80s and 70s, you had people with guns barging in for trying to loot a bank. But in today's digital world, the threats, as you mentioned, are manifold. There's someone randomly sitting somewhere behind a computer screen and trying to outsmart the system. So every day for you is a new threat that comes. So how much importance it is to keep continuously investing in R&D to be able to counter these threats. And secondly, as a country we are known as a R&D hub when it comes to software. How important does India's role play in the global the BFSI security?
Okay, so a lot of product development, a lot of product designing will happen in India. Any product, because the skill base is there in India, and the language experience is there in India. So it's not just a security product, whether it's a security, whether it's automation, whether it's integration, any product, the innovation, the product design, we are going the whole hog way. It's no longer that India is a test bed to that extent. What was the second question you asked me in terms of
How much innovation and R&D is happening on a
which
daily
is where? So which is where the innovation? The first part of the question was you were talking about
the
the
threats?
threats which are there, and how do they continue? Now those threats are here to stay. It's not going to go anywhere, and that's where I think one of the main things that IBM has started is basically a cyber range, experience where you can come, a corporation can come, because cyber threat and the security, the thwarting it is not just a CIO challenge. It's primarily marketing, events, everything. Because at the end of it, when an event like this does occur, there is a lot of media. There is a lot of risk management, mitigation that needs to be done, communication that needs to be done to the external world, and probably you also have to do negotiation with a hacker. And we offer these mediate these experiences. It's a live scenario, it's a simulation where it actually teaches skills related to it, and hence the entire experience when you're talking about hacking is something, though you try to protect and prevent it, you have to be ready to face it at any time.
Lastly, blockchain, is it the final word in security, or there will be more evolutions to it?
Oh, blockchain security is just one part of blockchain. Blockchain is way beyond. There are lots of use cases for blockchain, whether it is trade finance, whether it is sustainability, whether it is even things like ecosystem value chain, which are added, and you can actually look at the entire agri farm, the value chain, for livestock farming, and you want to do, say, simple things like, say, a cotton growing. And a cotton growing, you can have the farmer, you can have the manufacturer. After it goes into a cotton ginning wheel, and you have then your aggregators. After the aggregators, it goes to a distributor, the customer. So the entire value chain, what it effectively gives is a trusted, transparent network. Collective information gives historical information, and not just that. The contracting, the agility which comes into the being. So it's a pure business model change. It has little to do with security, except for the fact that it keeps the entire information secure, but it's more of a business model.
Correct. So we are still scratching the surface, if I may say, when
Um,
it comes to.
we have global use cases across the world in terms of container management, the entire fleet management, etc. We will see more of this in the coming years. This is just the beginning, and because there are multiple entities involved, there's a lot of regulation, compliances, and stuff. Thanks to the RBI CBDC coming up, I think we will see a lot more innovation around this area.
Correct. So it will be a gradual,
Absolutely.
evolution of the industry.
Absolutely.
Thank you for sharing your thoughts with us, Shailja. It was lovely having you.